Meet Bree. A couple years ago, she was a stay-at-home mom of 3 and got faced with the taxing question of how are we going to make this work? Financially, it wasn't sustainable, but she also knew she didn't want to give up time being a mama. She started searching for ways to make money online and she came across being a virtual assistant. In her first month, she made $5,000 and she knew this was the start of something big. After over a year of being a VA, she decided to turn her experience into an online course, and that's when she crossed paths with the Conscious Creator Academy. Fast forward to today, Bree has made $50,000 in 1 month as a virtual assistant coach and course creator. She added $20,000 in recurring revenue with this one simple system we teach inside our program. She's a master at mama time management and now teaches other moms how to do the same with her online coaching program. And you're probably wondering, how is that even possible? To go from zero online business knowledge to now making $50,000 per month in such a short amount of time? Well, that's exactly what we're going to reveal in this video. The simple steps Bree took to reach success and how any woman can reach the 10K per month mark and beyond with the Conscious Creator Academy, and how to use Instagram to scale your business. Let's get into it. All right, Bree. $50,000 month. I am blown away. I'm so grateful you're here, and I can't wait for the listeners to hear this amazing story of where you were to where you are now. So before we even dive into that, one, thank you for coming on the show. And two, who are you? Like, what's your magic in this world? Tell everybody listening.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here today. And of course, so grateful for all of your help in helping me get my business to this point. So a little bit about me. My name is Bree. I am a mom of 3, and my primary mission, my whole movement is around empowering moms to essentially not have to choose between themselves or their kids, between not having to choose between being a mom or having something of their own that they're wildly passionate about, and also that's wildly profitable. So my signature program, I help moms launch and book out their virtual assistant businesses, hit 5K months. And then I also help women essentially scale from there to 5-figure and beyond months.
You're amazing. I love it so much. And I think it's so cool because we see so many of these kind of like career opportunities, business opportunities, and it's all around things that maybe aren't super sustainable versus like you're teaching women a true and tried skill. And I think you were a VA first, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It was very much, I felt like I had to solve my own problem before I could help others. And it was one of those things. I was home with my kids. It had been about 5.5 years of being a stay-at-home mom. Finances were tight on one income. And I thought that I had to go back to work. It's like, I cannot fathom staring at a picture of my kids from a cubicle. Like, no way. And that was when I just started looking around for all the different options of something I could do from home. And yeah, once I found it and I hit 5K in my first full month as a VA, I was like, this is the world's best kept secret for moms.
I love that. And I think it's so cool how it's something so unique where it's not going to take up all your time, right? And it's something that moms can do. So I love that. Like even one of our other CCA students, BB, also speaks to moms. So I think that's really cool too. And even on our call today, someone's like, well, my biggest ideal client's problem is that they don't have time. So I want to help them free up their time as a mom. So absolutely love that. And I also want to say that I love that you walked yourself through the journey first, right? You were first a VA. You had your first 5K month. You did the thing yourself before you went on to teach other people. And surprisingly, that's really rare. Like there's a lot of people just saying things and posting things, but like you actually did the thing. So I want to just like say major congratulations to you for really just like walking yourself through this entire transformation. And now one of my mentors always says, you slay the dragon and then you teach the village behind you how to slay the dragon. So you're a full embodiment of that to now 50K month, 10xing your revenue. So before we get into that, I really want to hear, right, because Bree is a student of CCA, our signature group program. I really want to hear, where were you when you first discovered CCA? Like, what were you going through and what was the catalyst of being like, okay, this is the program for me?
Yeah, great question. I feel like it's actually a little bit of a funny story too. So, when I first found you, I think it was your content. I was like,
Mhm.
wow, it's so magnetic. And also I felt like it was, I want to say, not overcomplicated. Like it was so clear who you were speaking to, leading them through, the journey and like comment this for the next step. And so, first of all, I was like, okay, there's some magic there. She's clearly following a system, all of that. Like, I want to learn more about that. But here's what really sold me, Julia, is when I reached out to you, the process that you took me through of moving through me through your funnel, I was like, this is exactly what I need to learn and what I need to implement in my business. I was like, that is just genius and seamless. And, if that's what she's doing, like on the public facing, like I can't wait and I can't imagine what I'm going to learn on the back end.
I love that. And it's so funny because I've been creating some internal trainings for the team and I literally put our messages as an example. And I'm like, do more of this. Like, because I went back and I had looked through because I'm like, Bria is such a superstar student. Like, I want to see really this whole process of how this all happened. So when you joined CCI, how much money were you making per month around that time?
Yeah. So I had just had a 30K month and I already knew I was scaling to 100K months. That was one of the first things I told you was like, this is where I'm going. Can you
Yeah.
help get me there? And just by seeing, how you had your whole funnel set up, I was like, this is exactly what's going to help get me there. And that's really, a lot of what we've been working on. I have the program, I have the foundation. So now it's that scaling and optimizing time leverage, really stepping, as you've been helping me, stepping me into my CEO shoes.
Yeah. So you are really looking for systems and like a sustainable system that could be repeated month after month.
Exactly.
And that's what I was feeling too, where I'm like, you have it, right? You have the experience, you know what you're talking about, you have the program. And we actually see this a lot where it's like people have really good stuff, but it's like, how do I buy my time back? Because I actually remember when we first started talking, you were like, I feel bottlenecked by my time a little bit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think on our very first call, we workshopped that of how I can get my time back, kind of leverage team, delegate more, all of that. Because I was like, I want to scale. I want to get to 100K months. But right now, with how things are structured, I felt like I just had to do, 70 times more things, which there's no more time in the day. So, yeah, very
I
much
love
so.
that. And when you started, did you have any team members yet? I don't remember.
I did. Yes, I had a closer, a setter, like a support person, but I've since added to my team since we've started working together.
I love that. So what would you say like we said the main problems was like time. You felt like you were too much in your business versus on your business, which is the biggest shift of like, okay, being the operator to being the CEO, right? So that was a big one. What would you say like what else was coming up for you? Maybe I know there was some like team stuff in the terms of like structures and leadership. Like what would you say were the biggest, I don't know, I guess like problems or struggles that made you be like, okay, this is the program for me?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of it was SOPs for
Mm.
like, it's like I know what I'm doing and I know what we're supposed to be doing, but how do I systematize this? How do I make it replicable, duplicatable? Like, essentially, just hand it to the team member and say, this is our whole process. This is how we track. This is exactly what we say when this scenario happens. What do we do here? And just really turning it from like a me thing to like the whole team is set up and supported.
I love that. And I love that this is such like a advanced conversation that we're having where it's like I so know that feeling. Like I can resonate with that so much where you're like I'm the one doing everything. Like did you ever feel like if I'm sick for one day it's all going to come crumbling down cuz I know I felt that so many times.
Absolutely. And it's also, I have absolutely felt that. And it's the best feeling in the world to know that it won't if you do get sick, that you have your team. And I think one of the most beautiful things too is having the team that's so bought into the mission and the movement that they're led by themselves to keep it going. If a sick kid or something comes up on my end, they're like, it's okay. I got this. Like,
Yeah.
keep the party going.
Oh my god, absolutely. So when you joined, what month was that? Do you remember?
It was the end of August.
End of August. Okay, now we're recording in November. So August was 30K. Now, fast forward to you had your 50K in October.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Like, what happened from August to where we are mid November now in your 50K month in October? Kind of just like walk us through that journey.
Absolutely. Well, two things. One, I would say, is good content that I learned a lot from you on, content strategy and kind of having the funnel, CTA, all of that. And then having a really dialed in conversation process on the back end, and the whole system to kind of move them through. I would also say like the compounding consistently of showing up every day for months and months and months. And here's another huge shift that you really helped me with was updating some of my systems to ones that allowed more people to enroll at various price points while eliminating risk on my end of extended payment plans. And that I had so many more pay in full enrollments on my end because of that shift to the system, the platform that you recommended.
Which one was that?
That was ThriveCart.
Oh, yes, Thrivecart.
Yes.
We were just talking about
Yes.
Thrivecart today. So it's like, I think is so interesting too. It's like when you invest in a course or a coach, it's like you don't get what you want, you get what you need. And sometimes it's those little nuggets that make all the difference in the world.
Absolutely. Well, and even I just thought too, you helped me update my community portal where I host my curriculum to school, and that was another game changer. We had, we were using Slack for the communication, and then we had the course
Yeah.
uploaded in Thinkific, and now it's so like everything's in one place, and it's just this comprehensive experience essentially.
I love that. So it sounds like you had a good thing going, right? Where you're like, okay, this is working. I have a proven offer. That's really what it
Hmm.
was. But you
Absolutely.
needed these tiny 1% improvements around systems, leadership structures, removing yourself, stepping into your CEO. And by making those small tweaks and shifts and like little software changes that people are like, put it on the back burner, I'll do it later. And then you never do it. And then you're like, oh shit, it's like busting out the seams. Like, you made those shifts and now you're here. So, my question to you, piggybacking off of that, is what did you enjoy the most? Like, what was your favorite part about this program?
Yeah. Well, I love the calls. I mean, just being in your energy and you can tell that you really care. Like I am wildly passionate about mentorship. Like I'm in a
Mhm.
million different programs. I love learning. Like my human design, I'm a 1-3. So I'm
Mhm.
always learning and I'm a Manny Gen too.
Nice.
And so being in your community and on your calls, like you care so much. And there's no topic or hierarchy, like no topics off the table, no hierarchy. Like it's pure love, pure
Mhm.
community. You see everyone like equally. There's no favoritism. And so it's just like for me too to just kind of be in your space and witness how you lead, how you serve, how you support, how you love, how you answer questions. It's extremely inspiring as well. And just it's like, okay, noted. Like I love how she just loves everyone in her program and on the calls. And that's absolutely something that I want to, emulate in my own container as well. So, and I think that's an intangible of being in mentorship and being in programs is watching
Mhm.
the leaders lead.
Thank you. Wow, I've never heard that before, like in that way, when it's like, what was your favorite part is watching the leader lead. I really like that because, I mean, think about it. We just teach what we know, right? So it's like we have to put ourselves in front of the people, the experiences, the community that we want more of, right? So I love that you share that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's very special to be in your world and in your space.
Thank you. And I guess kind of like the final thing that I want to ask you is, what would you say to somebody that's on the fence right now? Because the main, I would say, like on the fence feeling that our people have when they're thinking about joining CCA is like, what? Oh, is this just another course? Oh, is this just another online coaching thing? Like, what would you say to that person right now, specifically about CCA?
Yeah, I love it. Well, what I think is really special about CCA is that it's hybrid one-to-one and group. And Julia and CCA will meet you wherever you're at. So if you literally have an idea for a business but you haven't launched it yet, you don't have a program yet, the entire curriculum will walk you through exactly how to take your idea, into an offer, how to sell your offer, how to use social media to sell it, all of that. And then, if you do have an existing program, I came in at 30K months. I'm like, Julia, can you help me scale? Absolutely. Like we're making those 1% tweaks that have generated, in 2 months, it generated an extra 20K in an entire month. So,
I
yeah,
love that. I love that. So it's like meeting people where they're at. I feel like that is like the core takeaway that I got from that.
absolutely. Yeah. It's like if you, have an idea,
Yeah.
CCA is perfect for you. If you have an existing business and you want to scale, CCA is perfect for you.
Thank you. And I think that's like the hybrid model and why it works so well. Cause it's like, we don't like the, and I was even telling the team yesterday, I was like, guys, we can even work with like brick and mortar businesses. It doesn't have to even just be like coaches or courses. Like, I mean, I literally had a client over the summer who had a in-person auto body shop, like a man in his like late 50s. And he was just like, yeah, like, can you help me create a course? And we made like an in-person course. They're doing a virtual course. So this works for everybody. So I love that you shared that.
That is so fun. And yeah, I love that too. Even so, Mom to VA, my program, it's, how to launch and book out your business. But I've had students take that same model and like one of them launched an equestrian riding program. So it's really fun. It's like the foundations of business and selling, marketing, messaging. You
Yep.
can apply that anywhere.
I love that. Oh, Bree, this was so magical. I so appreciate you. And I guess my final question for you, I might have said that before, but I'm saying it again. My final question for you is what's next? Like
Oh,
what's next for you after this massive success, which is such a beautiful place to build from?
yeah. So I am starting to work on my book, and I really see just taking this mission and this movement to stages around the world, in person events, and just like I see myself as the household name for empowering moms of what's possible in motherhood. You don't have to put yourself on the back burner. You get to have it all, claim it all, be it all within motherhood. You don't have to sacrifice time with your kids. You can build a 7-figure business with a baby on your lap.
Oh my God, do you have to coin that? Have you coined that yet?
I haven't, but it's funny because I was in a on a like workshop the other day and I said that in the chat and everyone's like, Bree, like that
Yeah.
is it.
Oh no, literally like write that down after this because that is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I will.
I love it. Bree, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you. And where can people find you if they want to even learn more about Mom to VA?
Absolutely. Yes. Come find me on Instagram. My handle is at Hey, it's Bree Cain. So HEYITSBRECAIN. Would love to connect. Even if you heard something that just resonated, shoot me a message. Let me know what stood out to you. Yeah, can't wait to connect.
I love it. And we'll link it all in the show notes. Thank you again. I appreciate you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Julia. Thank you so much.